internet people. You are now listening to Machoff'n Podcast. The internet's #1 place to machoff on a Monday.
Yo!
Hello! It's actually Monday. We're actually Machoff'n on a Monday. Look at us.
Look at us, back on schedule.
It's almost like it's our job or something.
Gosh, dream job.
No, huh?
Magabuski, what up, what up?
Hi.
Appreciate you being here.
Always. Always and forever. Okay, before we get into anything, I don't know if you guys noticed or remembered or whatever, but the episode that we did after we came back from Hawaii, we titled it Blended Makaloha. And like, obviously, it was Makaloha because Machoff'n in Hawaii, yeah. But like, why was it called Blended? Well, we had our fucking blend jets on the table because we were like, we have to talk about this. And we totally forgot. And then we went a whole last episode after still forgetting. So I want to talk about the blend jet. This is not a sponsored post.
Not yet.
That would be great if it was. If anyone knows anyone at Blend Jet, just send them on over. Send them on over. But we want to talk about this because our very first episode, we did it was like the beginning of December. So we did a gift giving guide. We didn't make it because what the fuck? No, I don't have that time. But there was I think it was a Twitter or a TikTok gift giving thing. I saw it on TikTok and now it's a gift. So anyways, we were like, oh, that's cool. A portable. Sean is the Vanna White.
Vanna White hands. If you're watching on YouTube or on Twitch.
Vanna White hands.
That sounds mildly racist.
Only mildly. But yeah, so we fucking got them. We got them, I think the week, right when we came back from Hawaii, we ordered them. We wanted to order them before, but then we were like, then our neighbor's going to be stuck with our blend jet. He's going to be making smoothies. Might be blending
margaritas when we get back.
But yeah, you can make hella shit in there. Since we bought it, we've been getting commercials for vegan holidays in your blend jet and hummus and
frozes,
smoothies. Yeah, I guess that's kind of a normal thing. But unicorn smoothies out of your Lisa Frank blend jet, and neither one of us
talk
got
about
a Lisa
a
Frank one.
Fire collab. Lisa Frank with anything, looks amazing.
Especially after how many years of Lisa Frank being relevant. I mean, I don't know if I remember all the folders and all the pens.
Trapper keepers, whatever they are.
Trapper keepers.
That was before your time.
Oh, the finger things?
No.
Chinese finger?
No. Oh. They were a type of folder and scheduler. It was a mega folder. Organizational.
I was born in 1992.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were before your time.
But, yeah, so we wanted to talk about these, or just mention them because we failed to.
It's actually a great Instagram buy.
Yeah.
So they're wireless blenders that wash themselves. You just put a drop of soap in and then blend it, and it washes itself. And then you can do a deep clean, but you don't need it every time. And it charges off of a USB-C, and that's one charge is good for something like 18 to 19 smoothies, so it actually lasts a long time. And true fact, we got it, and it blends everything, but all we've done so far is smoothies. And so when we got it, I fucking blended everything we could.
We didn't eat solid food for a week.
Honestly, I dropped 5 pounds in a week. I stopped blending everything. I stopped carrying my blend jet every day and having at least 1 or 2 smoothies. I gained it all back in a week. So it's that's the only thing that changed, blending things or cooking them or grabbing fast food, because you don't have anything with you convenient. So
yeah. Oh, we
highly recommend it.
We got questions. So Patellosaur wireless, but yes, it's wireless. It's I don't know. Did you mention it? It's USB-C, as a charger. No batteries. Yeah, it's just a charger. The same. Well, if you have an iPhone, then I can't help you. But for our Samsungs Android, we can use the same charger. You gotta charge your phone. Oh, your phone's charged. You gotta charge your portable
and it's
blender.
it doesn't need a lot of. I forget if it's amps or volts, but you can use it like you can charge it in from your cigarette lighter in your car.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't need one of the high speed chargers that you get with everything now. Yeah, and it's super easy to use and clean. There's just one button. There's a few different settings, determined by how many times you push the button, but it's really just a simple gadget and it's made really well. What's your
favorite thing we have blended thus far?
Thus far? It was probably the thing that you didn't like, but it was just a traditional frozen berries, kale, and like plain yogurt smoothie. No.
Which one?
Like the first things we made.
Oh, the one that was like pink.
Purplish
pink. Yeah.
But it had the tangy yogurt.
Yeah, I don't like yogurt.
And you can throw in, it's because it blends up. You can blend up ice. You can actually use it like a food processor and blend up nuts and shit. So it's hard stuff too. So we threw some granola in a few of the smoothies too, and that was
crunch.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What about you?
My favorite thing was the oat milk with the chocolate protein powder and then like half a banana. It's like basic as fuck, but like it's kind of a learning curve because we bought a bunch of frozen like veggies actually, yeah. But also we got fresh shit and we got frozen shit. And like we did one green one that was like it was too thick, and Sean was like, "That's how smoothies are," and I was like, "You're a goddamn liar," because my Jamba Juice is never that thick. It was like creamy. Yeah, it wasn't just like smoothie.
No,
thick.
It needed more milk or something, but we didn't have any. It was
creamy, but it grossed me out. It looked like guacamole that was like way too blended. If you blended guacamole and got it really like as fine as could be, but it's like still thick. Like that's what it looks like to me.
Description.
But yeah, how much were they? Yours was more expensive because yours has a pattern.
Yeah, mine was like 55 because I wanted camo.
Oh, can't see his blend.
I didn't want anybody to see
it. Where to go? And then mine's coral. And then we got insulated.
Yeah, $50. It's pretty good.
I don't know where they are, but we got insulated covers for it.
So we got these sleeves that are like neoprene and insulated. So you can pack it in the morning, and then you can either take it on hikes or what basic as hell. We took it to work, and it stayed cool until it was like lunchtime. Yeah. And then you just hit blend with all the frozen shit already in there. Mm-hmm. Pretty awesome. It
says I occasionally do smoothies, strawberries, bananas, skim milk. That sounds delicious. Yeah, and you just throw it in there, and like you don't even need to share.
It is awesome.
Because a blender, you're like, oh, I have this extra shit. But this is personalized.
It's made, it made me nervous drinking out of it with the blade in there. But the blade is, super strong and made out of the steel that won't chip. So you just drink it right out of here. So it's like a one and done thing. Yeah. You don't have hella dishes to do or anything.
We still have hella dishes, but somehow. They're not related.
That's because we're not blending things.
No. We're going to blend Spam next. Yes. That's disgusting.
We won't let you guys know. We'll do it on stream.
Disgusting. But yeah, so I wanted to get that out of the way because we forgot.
Multiple weeks now.
But let's get into it. We had quite a weekend. Let's go.
Time for the weekly lowdown.
Would you like to go first?
Yeah. Also, we purposefully skipped the sipping word because we just couldn't think of anything. So
yeah, and we're testing it out and seeing if anybody notices. So we're not gonna call it out.
Oh, because fuck you. What I was gonna say was drink anytime I speak. You will be faded. Take the day off tomorrow.
Unless
you're
drinking healthy smoothies, then you will be fit AF. Blend it.
So weekly lowdown. We had quite the weekend this weekend. I work every other Saturday, sometimes like double Saturdays. But I did not have work. So when I don't have work, it's like
all bets are off.
All bets. All bets are off. So we'll start in a chronological order.
Okay.
Yeah.
A chronological order?
A chronological order, correct. So on Friday, I think I've mentioned them here before, but one of our best friends, Anthony, Coney is what I call him. He is the lead singer of a band called Redwood Roots. They're like a reggae fusion band. And the bassist, Mike, who love Mike, they are moving to San Diego, which is a great place. San Diego is awesome. So shiny with all the sun and the warm
little air horn from Mike.
Yeah.
San Diego is great.
So they decided to do a going away show. And that was their first show since COVID. It was at like this like bar in Santa Clara that I've actually performed there before with them. So the great thing about like being a singer, but like, or how do I say this?
Singer.
Singing for a hobby, but like not a singer is like, I just kind of fly in and fly out. I just kind of do my sounds and that's it.
No setup, no sound
If they allow
check.
me to, I'm not like fighting my way on stage. But if they're like, when I heard that they were going to be performing, I was like, oh, I should sing. That'd be fun. And then like, it's funny because we didn't talk about it at all. And I was like, I guess I'm not singing. That's fine. Like I wasn't, it wasn't a big deal. And then the third set in, they were like, okay, are you ready? And I was like, I've had quite a few beverages. I'm not ready, but all right, let's go. Because I'm not going to pass up an opportunity if I can sing. So we got on there and we did a cover of Zimbabwe a few years ago. And when I had Facebook, I think the Facebook video got like almost 7,000 views.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Zimbabwe. It's a Bob Marley song.
It's a Bob Marley cover. And then we also did Three Little Birds. And then we did a song by Curtis Mayfield that I've never heard. But Gino, the drummer, was... that doesn't mean I've ever heard it. I've never heard anything from fucking Billie Eilish. And she's very popular.
Sure.
But so they let me sing. So thank you guys for letting me sing. I appreciate it. Even if you didn't want to, I thank you for not shooing me off the stage. But it was a great time. I love singing, and it's fun. It's fun, and I'm glad we got to be there to see Mike and Stacy and
and
crew.
We're it's definitely on the plate of things to organize for the future, but to bring a Coney on and just to have a little show, like a music stream for you guys. With Mel singing and Anthony singing and playing guitar and stuff. So
basically, we're going to serenade the fuck out of you guys. Yeah. So and you will love it.
If you guys want to hear it, be sure to bug the shit out of Mel on social media.
Yeah, I need to push sometimes.
She loves doing it, and it's so fun. And I'm like her cheerleader. And then a few days after she sings, like she's like not talking about it. I'm like, you need to be doing this shit. Like
it's so fun because I think I've mentioned this before, but who cares? At the shows, it's. I don't know if this is like this for all genres, but like reggae music, it's like band wise, it's like predominantly men. Like they may have like a female lead singer or like maybe like one little like background singer.
Yeah.
But like I've never seen a full like female band or anything like that. So I just always think it's so cool for me to be like, I am the only girl on this stage, and I'm the only girl on the stage like the whole night. Like that's fucking sick. Like girl power. But it's funny because like Sean sits at the table with all of the like all of the
wives of the band.
Wives of the band.
I'm right there with them. I'm like,
and it's funny, and I think we mentioned this before too. God, we're just raising content. But Coney's wife, Kayla, who is also one of our best friends, like her and Sean are like fucking soul sisters. Like they just get along so well. Like they just sit and read each other's horoscopes.
Yeah, and so when they're performing, Kayla's like twerking, and I'm just like shaking it too, and I'm like, oh, another singer. So
it's great.
I blend in perfectly well, and you guys got to see it live. So please bug her.
Yeah, and they actually sent me the person who was filming the show. They sent me the YouTube.
Video. So
we'll put that in the show notes. Let me write that down.
Make a note.
Okay, show. I have to write the shit down because we say it all the time, and then once it comes to uploading, we're like, so what are we linking?
Yeah, it takes one or two re-listens to capture everything in the show notes.
Yeah, that would be great. We gotta get
it going. Gotta get it scheduled.
Yeah, that's the thing. You just gotta get it scheduled, and once it's scheduled, then you're just like, okay, this has to happen. We've already scheduled it. We've already said it. It's going down
In the mall.
All right. So that was Friday, and that was fun. And then Saturday, we got lunch with Coney and Kayla. Got some pizzas, and it was just nice to we went to the flea market, the San Jose flea market, which is a staple in San Jose.
If you guys are ever around here, yeah.
We needed a blanket.
It's one of the longest going flea markets, I believe, in the U.S.
Is that true?
Let me check it out. Let me check it out.
Oh, okay. Just someone fact check us. So we went to flea market, and then we got a blanket, got some nuts. This is what you do at the flea market. And then we got lunch, and it was just such a nice, breezy, wavy kind of day. And then Saturday night, I had my solo stream. If you weren't there, we watched Flavor of Love. Now, I don't know if you guys remember Flavor of Love. Flavor Flav! And he had all these, ladies vying for his attention when it wasn't on himself. But it was great. I think we watched 3 episodes. I was exhausted. But it was like, I didn't realize how creepy that show was.
Oh, yeah. All the shars.
All the shars.
The shires are. All the shows are super creepy.
It was pretty creepy. There was at one point where he was like,
groping.
What can I do to taste the inside of your mouth? And I was like, nothing. I would mace you. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's such a weird thing to say.
Even weirder, it was like, when he first meets the girls, he's like putting on their name tags, and he's like, my hand's got a little runny. And I was like,
I think why it's weird. Well, okay, look at people. I think I say this every other fucking episode, but don't you judge me. This is my fucking podcast. I could say what I want to say, but so don't call me an ageist. But I think what made it creepy is because dude looked at least fucking 60 years old.
Crypt keeper. Yeah.
And these girls, we looked him up, or Sean was looking them up, because I was asking the chat. I was like,
40?
how old are they?
40
he was 40, but he looked like 65 and a half.
65 going on 80.
And these girls are 23, 22. And it just again, if whatever. It was fucking weird, man. And so I was just like, I think my face was like that. I was eating pistachios, just like, this is fucking weird. But I remember watching all of those, like the Flavor of Love, Rock of Love, Tila Tequila. One that we totally forgot was For the Love of Ray J. I had no idea Ray J had a show.
Yeah. I forgot about it until I looked it up, and then I remembered, and I was like, that was even more cringe fest. He thought he was so smooth, and just he played more of the card of talking slow means I'm emotionally invested.
Ew.
And it was everything's hella creepy. Just yelling at everybody to run away. Quick show edit. We're going to redact the flea market statement. There was some claim to fame with San Jose Flea Market, but I can't remember exactly what it is. And I can't find it with a quick search. So redact that statement.
Oh, so it's
definitely a San Jose staple.
I mean, it's been there since I was a child, and I'm damn near 30, so it's been there at least that long.
It started in 1960, so it's been a hot minute. Yeah, it opened up on farmland. Mm-hmm. So everything else, San Jose was built around it, basically. It's
a trip because now they even took some of the parking lot away. There used to be parking lots across the street, and now it's all apartments,
mixed
and
use. It's everything.
CVS and yeah.
It's sad, but it's still there. And they built BART around it. BART threatened to take it out, and they fought against it. And then BART ended up just having a station right there, so
But
it's
that's
only
a
going to
great
get more
BART
popular.
station.
It's a great stop.
Yeah, there's the Berkeley Flea Market is also right at a BART station, so like you don't even need to you just get off and you're right there.
Yeah.
Which, especially if you don't know where the fuck you're going, you're like, oh look, I'm where I need to be.
That could be a fun stream, like flea market hopping.
I
Just
would
to
love that.
Give you guys a little tour of Bay Area.
I
Yeah,
love flea markets.
that could be kind of cool. We could do a little IRL stream.
Also, I want to give a shout out to Cutso for my rice shirt.
Yes.
Can you guys see it?
So the whole
like an actual
you can
bag of
stand
rice.
up a little bit. Yeah. So the shirt graphic is a bag of rice, jasmine rice. It's fucking awesome.
It's funny because I've worn this and like people are like, that's the rice that I buy, and I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, it is.
Even got the detail to have the new rice crop like on the side of the bag. They have text and shit.
Cutso's a DJ out of San Jose, and
he streams.
He
I'm gonna
streams.
shout him out real quick.
Shout him out. He streams his sets on the Twitch.
We actually rated him last week.
Yeah, he's a super cool guy, and I was like, oh, I wanted to wear this shirt for my solo stream, and I forgot, so I'm wearing it today. Even though it's kind of warm, I'm still wearing it. But
long sleeve shirt, 90 degrees.
So anyways, the solo stream is great. Had a good time. Can't wait to do it again. And then Sunday, I think it's your turn to talk. Oh no,
I didn't
still
do
me.
anything on Sunday.
I'm exhausted. I need to take a
It's
break.
all you. I just got announcements, girl, so I can plug those real quick.
So no, it's
Need
fine.
a break.
So what's happening? We'll cut that out. Sean's always like, put your phone on vibrate. I'm like, yeah, it is. It's fine.
I say turn the ringer off, not on vibrate.
Oh, well, there goes the miscommunication. Look at us.
Now we got to check mine.
So anyway, Sunday was my best friend's 30th birthday. Shout out to Alyssa, Monet, Lopi, Robertson, Donaldson,
Mama de Soleil.
Mama de Soleil, Papa La Vista's wife. She turned 30 years old. She's old as shit. I'm kidding. She is though. But yeah, it was her birthday, so they had a little family barbecue, and since her family has adopted both Sean and I, first, I've been adopted into their family since, God, I was 15, 14. We've been friends that long. And then, obviously Sean came into the picture at some point, and then
At some point, I just moseyed on in.
and it's funny because her parents, like, again, they've known me for so long, right? Coach may be listening. I told him to. He said okay.
Okay.
But her parents, because I was so fucking weird in high school, like, not weird, I was just like out there. I wore neon all the time. I was very loud. I'm still loud.
Very bright.
But I was just very like
Unique.
I was unique. And so they were like, I wonder what kind of man Twin is going to end up being with. And then they met Sean and they were like, this makes sense. This makes sense.
And I don't know whether to take offense to that or
It's a compliment.
I'm just kidding.
It's a
I'm just kidding.
compliment. Like this. It's a compliment.
No, as long as it works well.
Yeah. So yeah, it was her birthday. So happy birthday, Twinnie. I love ya.
Just another
Don't
one.
ever tell anyone or I'll fight you.
Don't believe what you hear on the internet.
And yeah, so we had a very, very eventful weekend.
It was.
It was fun. It was good.
It was good.
We got to see a lot of people that we actually truly enjoy being around. So
Facts.
it was nice. And then now Sean has some announcements.
Woo! I don't know.
We should have an announcement button. Me just
should.
yelling announcement.
We should.
That's attractive.
We'll add it to the list. So there's actually one announcement too that I forgot to write down on here. So
fuck.
the April 30th, so the end of this month, I am going to be on I'm Walking Here's, I think it's a charity stream.
I'm walking here.
I'm Walking Here.
Is Walking still in the UK?
He is. And I believe he's coming back this next week.
Yay, Walking.
I don't know why that didn't work. But yeah, Twitch streamer. Follow us on Instagram, and I'll be sure to plug the show.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be like a marathon stream, and he's raising funds for Doctors Without Borders. Yeah, that's right, Patel.
Wow,
So thank you.
How exciting.
So yeah.
Are you guys just
I'll be
talking,
there.
or what are you doing?
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. I'm
You're
just
showing
jumping in. Yeah. I'm going to be playing
Fly in,
double
fly
dutch
out.
and then just like jump in the middle and see what the hell happens. Then after that on May 6th, I got another solo stream for Machoff'n, baby. So last time we played group games, we had fun. It was just a chill kickback night.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to have something a little bit more interactive and a little bit more fun. Possibly a call-in thing. I don't know if you guys are into that. Let me know.
Yeah.
But still kind of working out the plan. So look out for that announcement. That's going to be May 6th, I think.
It'll be all on the Instagram. Just follow the Instagram.
Follow Machoff'n Podcast on Instagram.
Even if we post late, we still post.
Indeed. And then on May 28th, you guys ready?
Are you ready? I don't think you're ready.
I don't think you're ready, but E40's ready. So May 28th, we're having our first group stream. We're going to have our friends Anthony, Akoni, Kayla on here, and we're going to be doing some crazy shit. They're guaranteed to be hilarious.
Yes, they're very funny, just like in normal life.
And what we're doing is going to be extremely hilarious. I don't want to... Do we want to reveal it?
I think it's still a long way from now.
We'll build it up.
I'm looking right at it. But
if only you guys could see it. But no,
yeah,
we'll build it up.
Yeah.
But it is guaranteed to be a good time. So mark those 2 days in those 3 days in your calendar. April 30th. I'll give you guys a time on Instagram. And then May 6th and May 28th. So keep an eye out for the times.
You're going to get a whole lot of Machoff'n in your life. Buckle up, checks. It's going to be a great fucking time.
Oh my gosh. All right. That's all I had. I think Melissa covered the week and I got the future. So let's get right into the next one. You got stuck this time.
Yay! What do I win?
We'll take you down. Oh, you're gone.
Also, shout out to New World Ale. Man, if people did like what is it called? Not support. What is the word?
Collaboration, sponsor.
Sponsor. I bring it in so seamlessly, I feel.
I bring it in so seamlessly. Oh yeah. So you guys, you should check this out. Look, I'm drinking this beer. It's New World Else. So seamless.
ASMR. So seamless. I still don't know what that word means, clearly. But anyways, yeah, I'm drinking one of Sean's beers because we have a lot of them in the fridge. We're almost not allowed to buy beers because we get them.
We have too many
off the rack.
Which, write it into your contract. If you guys ever do any art or anything for it, write it into your contract. It's been the coolest thing. I have it written to get one thing of every art piece on a lot of my deals. Like
shirts or
if I do art
hats.
for beer, then I get at least a beer with it. So
it's definitely more than a beer.
Pro tip.
But yeah.
Mark is extremely generous. I appreciate
Shout out, Mark.
you, dude. Mark, New World Ales. Check them out.
So, all right. Humble Opinions today. We're bringing back something that we did a few weeks ago. Advice columns. Sean and I are going to be giving our unsolicited advice. No one asked for this, but it is happening. So it's one of our favorite things, to do things that people don't ask for.
Hence, Machoff'n Podcast.
No one asked for this shit, and it's happening. And it continues to happen.
Just kidding.
So, like we do when we do this.
Like we do what we do when we do what it does. Bars. At the end of our advice giving, we'll do a poll on which person. How should we do it? Should we do like which original poster really needed to seek out advice, or who gave out the best advice? Which advice did we give the best? Am I saying sentences? Sorry, guys. Mel just traveled back in time. What I was thinking was just simply put it as like, who needs the most help?
Me.
All right, poll time.
We don't need to vote.
No, but who needs, out of these stories that we're going to read, you guys vote for who needs, the most help. Because these advice columns are, everybody feels helpless. So they're writing in and seeing, what comes back, what kind of advice comes back. So
yeah.
That's what I was thinking, but we can change it.
Okay. You want to go first?
Sure. I will.
I'm listening. Remember, I need names, not he and she and they and them. Like, not no offense to fucking pronouns. It's more like I can't follow the story if he's and then her cousin says this, and I'm like, whose cousin? I don't know. So I need names. So
yeah,
I can
and I am the
follow.
worst storyteller. If you guys haven't told, but after episode
better.
15, I'm working it. We're workshopping it. That's the whole actual reason for this podcast, is for me to just become a better storyteller. No, I'm just kidding.
I need a reason because I just show up and I'm not sure why.
Yeah. Okay. So the person writing this, male 24, we can call him Mike.
Mike!
I, Mike, live in a basement suite, and my landlord, female 50, we'll call her Gladys. So I, Mike, live in a basement suite, and my landlord, Gladys, invites me up for dinner every night. How do I politely tell her I'm not interested? And he goes on, Mike says, I've been living here for about 10 days now, so it's super fresh.
Oh.
And she will text me every night for dinner. Today, she actually came down and knocked on my door. And Mike says, I made so many excuses to why I can't go, and he's run out of excuses. He's like, I really love the place, so I'd really like to stay here long term. What should I say to her that won't hurt my chances of living here for the next few years? And he's only signed a 1-year lease, but he wants to be here for multiple years.
Yeah. Is she the landlord?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So she's like subletting.
Gladys, a 50-year-old living upstairs.
Gladys, the 50-year-old living upstairs, is subletting her
basement.
Her garage. Oh, her basement. Crazy eyes.
Yeah, the garage would be less creepy. I feel like basement. Hopefully it might
be like a whole, people do nice things to their basements.
They do. And here in California and like Bay Area, like
we don't have them.
There's not a lot of basements. There's like some of the Victorians downtowns have basements, but
I've been to a basement party downtown, and it doesn't pass any fucking codes. But we had a great time.
Walls. But yeah, so there's no solo entrances or anything. So I'm like, dude, if she's blocking the one way in, one way out, I'm out of there.
Yeah. Huh. So what should he do? Do you have thoughts?
I do. I have many thoughts.
Okay.
You might want to move because she might kill you. But a better way would be to just, it's crazy because it's sharing time. So I was in a weird situation like this.
Sharing time.
I know.
Fucking
sharing time. No, because it's like real talk, like it's creepy. But my dad was renting a place after my parents split up. I was in a place where my dad left me, like with the girl, like with the old lady, like watching the house.
Mm-hmm.
And she like, I was like terrified of her. And I was just like, and I was sick and I was like in bed. And then she kept on checking on me. And I was like even as a kid, I was like, that's fucking weird. And then she was just like, you don't like me, do you? And I was like, I'm a little kid. Like, you can't ask me these things. Like, my dad's not home. Like, don't fucking talk to me. But I didn't say shit. I was just fucking terrified. So, like, I feel like I relate to this guy, you know, where you're trying to be courteous and he's on his own trying to live there for years. So it's like even more of an awkward. He has there, you know, he's there and he wants to stay there, but there's nobody there to help him. It's just him and her. I would try, if I was in his shoes, I would personally try to be like, hey, you know, I would really want this to be like a professional landlord and tenant situation. Like, you know, unless I come to you, you know, asking if you want to eat or something or share food or need help with something, I would really try to, I would really say, you know, I would prefer to keep my distance and just keep my own personal space. I don't know. It's a tough one.
Yeah, because you don't want to offend your landlord.
Yeah, because then your life could be hell.
Yeah, but I think you just have to. I agree. I was reading and thinking at the same time, but I agree with Magabuski. Just, you know, honesty. Just be like, I like my time, and whatever that honest reason is, right? So it's just like, I like my time. I like to just kind of unwind, and I appreciate you offering.
Yeah, Patel Source said the same thing.
Yeah, I appreciate the offer, but like, you know, you don't need to go out of your way to make sure I'm fed. Like, I got it. Like, it's fine. You know, maybe, hey, when's your birthday? We can have dinner for your birthday or something. But
she's like, tomorrow, and you're like, oh,
every day is my birthday.
now that you're here.
Oh God.
Oh God.
But yeah, just and then if it's weird, then maybe that's not the best place to live, which sucks.
Right.
But like, you want to feel like not weird in your living space, and that's funny because like, so we are in a studio that it's like a mother-in-law suite, but there's like big ass ones. Like, my best friend actually lives in like a fucking mansion, mother-in-law suite compared to ours.
It might be double the space.
Yeah, triple.
And it's not, we share a wall with the main house here. And the in-law suite is like a separate 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah,
you've
like,
seen it in
it's like a pool house. It's like a pool house.
They have a pool house. It's like a 1-bedroom studio apartment.
Yeah,
and backyards, but ours shares a wall with the main house. So.
Yeah, and like when we first moved, I was like, oh, you know, because I don't know these people. Like, you know, I hope it's not weird. Like, I just was kind of very wary of just the situation. Yeah. But like, you know, quickly, like,
they're so
a
damn
week or
cool.
Two. They're so fucking
We're
cool.
We're so lucky.
Yeah, we got really lucky. And it's funny, we went over there one time and they were like, we are so happy you guys moved in. You guys are so fucking cool. Like, they're like, there's been a lot of pain in the asses who've lived in that spot before you guys. Because they were complaining about this, and this. I told Sean, I'm like, what is there to complain about? Like, I haven't found anything that I'm like, this is like, I'm very happy with where we're at. We're not going anywhere for a bit. So we also don't have anyone, you know, offering us dinner every day. So maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's the thing.
And like, so, and we have our own like private entrance. So imagine this guy doesn't, and like he has to go through the front door to get to his space. So it's like,
yeah, that'd be weird, huh?
And then it's like, now it's like, you know, she's just made that space weird.
Yeah. So what do we say? He just needs to move.
Ultimate answer. Move.
Ultimate answer.
Get out.
Flee the country.
Get out while you have your life.
Grow a beard. Shave it off. Change your name.
Yeah, like Magabuski said, she was like, let's hope there's no cameras down there.
I know. She could be. I get scared about that for like Airbnbs. There was a guy who got busted in Texas for fucking filming all the people who was staying in his Airbnbs. What a creep. That's so creepy.
People are terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Flat out. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to go next?
Sure. So mine aren't that fun. I realized that after I asked Sean, I was like, are yours funny? And he was like, well, they're lighthearted. And I was like, well,
of course, we're on a podcast.
All the advice fucking things that I was looking up are like, they are in their feels today. Maybe because it is a Monday. But we Machoff'n on a Monday.
Hey. Just kidding.
Okay. So this one's interesting. My girlfriend doesn't want kids, but I do. What should I do? He said, we both love each other and respect each other. A few weeks back, we were just talking, and I got to find out she doesn't want kids. She knows that I really love kids and want to have kids in the future. I told her, please take your time and think more about it. She said, okay. And he was fine about it until yesterday. He actually posted this 23 hours ago.
So names?
Nobody has names. Okay. Bill.
Okay.
Bill is dating Jenny.
Oh.
And Jenny doesn't want any kids. And so
we're getting accents too, people.
That was my best Forrest Gump. Lieutenant Dan.
Jenny.
So, anywho, Bill understands her decision, but Jenny's not giving him a reason why. She's just saying, like, I don't want kids, and I'm sticking to that. And then Bill keeps asking her, please give me a reason, because it'll really help me understand the situation more and to make a better decision. And Jenny just says, I don't have any. And that's it. And then now Bill thinks that Jenny thinks that he will leave her because she doesn't want kids. And he says, I don't want to leave her, but I also want kids. What should I do? And then he actually edits, and I'm going to hold off on the edits because
little updates.
Yeah, he's updated since.
A lot of these are from Reddit, and so it's cool because they actually update and get more advice and changes, and so
yeah. So that's an interesting thing, and it hit a wee bit home for me because in the beginning I said I didn't
share time.
Sharing. I didn't want children. Mm-hmm. I told you that. I was like, nope, it's not happening. Like, I will be the rich auntie. Like, that's all I need in my life.
Yeah.
And then, and this isn't for everyone. Like, if you say that and you stick to it, like, that's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But I think over time, like, I became more domesticated since meeting Sean. And I think he, like, and fuck off, all right? But, like, he, like, found, like, a soft spot that I didn't even know existed and was like, oh, shit, I wouldn't be a regular mom. I'd be a cool mom. And so then I was like, okay, I think, and this took years. I mean, it wasn't like a constant, like, he was just like, oh, you don't want kids? That's fine. And then we didn't really discuss it.
I honestly said, I was like, yeah, neither
he was down for whatever.
I physically wouldn't either.
Well, no, it wasn't at that point. I guess it kind of was. The reason why I didn't want children is because I have no desire to be pregnant at all. Doesn't look like a good time, and I'm all about having a good time. And then years later, I was like, oh, well, actually being a mom would be kind of fun, but, still don't want to be pregnant. That hasn't fucking changed. So, like, what do you think about, adoption? Yeah. And then he was like, well, yeah, I that's when you're like, I too wouldn't want to be pregnant. So, that makes sense. And so we're kind of, looking at that angle of parenting, that path of parenting and stuff. So, it can change. So, I mean, I like Jenny.
It can change, but I feel like it shouldn't be forced. Like,
no, you shouldn't just be like, well, you need to know now. At the same time, I get Bill, who's like, hey, I want kids, and you're telling me no. Like, you were never like, yeah, I really want them. You were just like, whatever. Yeah. You were indifferent. And he sounds like he's not. So what should he do?
Pro tip, 8 years in, 4 years married. It's all about, it's all like, this is going to sound terrible, but it's all about what you want to deal with. What is your
threshold?
Yeah. What is your threshold? what things are no changer for you. Like, if this happens, we can't continue. Like, if this doesn't happen and I want it to happen, then we can't continue. So
Yeah.
it honestly, the biggest thing, the biggest advice I can give to him is, continue to talk about it, be open, and think about yourself. Like, be selfish, think about what you want for your future, think about what priorities are there. If kids are above who gives you the kids, then obviously, get out of the relationship. But if it's like who you want to be with is above like kids, then it's like, then that's more important. So
Yeah, that was profound as fuck. You're so much better at giving advice.
I'm old.
I think
It's old age and the beard.
it's
that helps
old
out.
age. The old age.
You get a book
30.
mailed to you when
How
you
old are
grow
you,
a beard
35?
and turn 30. Yeah.
35. Yeah,
30,
because I'm turning 30.
Yeah.
So, you're turning 36. One thing that's not mentioned here. Usually on Reddit they say like me, male, age, blah
Yeah.
blah blah. I don't know the ages
Blah,
of
blah,
these
blah.
people. If
That's
they are
true.
both 20 and 21,
and
then
if
like
they want to be naturally, pregnant, because then that's when the clock comes on. He's just saying he wants kids.
yeah.
We don't know what, if he's down for adoption,
I need more
foster,
information.
whatever.
I need more information. So okay. So
Request for info.
Okay, well there's more.
Okay.
So edit. She has messaged me that she is ready to make sacrifice, but she doesn't want to talk to me for some time.
That's and if you're cool with putting up with that, then let it
He
go.
says, now I'm
Let it
feeling
go.
ashamed. I think we both need some break to think more about it.
Absolutely.
And then edit again. I really thank you all for giving me some of your time and great advice. It will definitely help me decide better for both of us. I am so glad that I posted here. Yada da da. Edit number 3. We talked, and I think that was our last talk. Didn't end on a good note.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I guess that doesn't really end well. But might be for the better. Might be for
Yeah.
the better.
But honestly, like, it's all about like what you're willing to put up with in relationships. What's
Yeah.
your threshold? What's important to you? What you prioritize? So, and
What you want.
hell of a lot of communication. Because can you imagine if they didn't bring this up or talk about this, and they're like 10 years in, 12 years in, 6 years in, married, whatever,
Yeah.
and then it comes up, and it's like, ooh, we just wasted our lives. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Yeah.
That would be bad. So, what should he do? Run.
Dump her ass. Exactly, Patel Sword.
Yeah, I think, if kids are like a big thing too. Like,
Yeah, that's
you shouldn't just have them just
major
because
conversation.
you're like, oh, somebody, like my person wants them. Like, okay, like it's a fucking lifelong fucking thing. Like,
18 years.
I am still somehow a pain in the ass to my father,
That's
and
true,
I don't even
18
talk
plus
to
here.
the motherfucker. So, like, when you decide to have children, like, that is like they will forever be there. So, if you really don't want it, like, don't do it. There's enough fucking people in this world. Like, stop it. Stop
Yep.
it. Stop it, I tell you. That's my advice. Stop it.
All right.
Your turn.
Bring it up. No, I'm just kidding. No, that one wasn't bad. It's good to talk about tough situations. So I'm glad we can balance it out.
Yeah.
Speaking of tough situations, so my husband, let's call him Steve. My husband Steve is obsessed with Destiny's Child, and it's ruining our marriage. So last year, my husband Steve discovered Destiny's Child. I don't know how he wasn't aware of them before, but that's besides the point. He obviously didn't have this obsession before we were married. In fact, We have been married for 7 years, and he never exhibited any signs of obsessive behavior before this.
Oh.
Now his obsession is taking over both of our lives and costing us a lot of money. He spends all day on eBay bidding on Destiny's Child merch. Always the highest bidder, so it's very expensive. Well, you gotta be if you're trying to win. He is only subscribed to streaming services so he can listen to them. He bought a Bluetooth shower speaker so he can listen to them while he bathes. We cannot have one conversation without him saying something like, you know, this actually reminds me of a Destiny's Child lyric. He spends hours. This is a long paragraph, but I'm reading it because it keeps getting better. He spent hours watching YouTube tutorials, learning the choreography from every video. He makes me sit down and watch him dance in front of the TV to make sure his form and timing are perfect. He emails the members often, begging them for a reunion tour. He's also sent them birthday gifts in the mail.
Oh, he's getting creepy level.
Right? Within like 7 to 10 sentences, this guy is going down the creep path.
At Megabooski says intervention time.
Yeah. Oh, 1000%. Intervention time was earlier in the paragraph.
I mean, it
was months ago, Megabooski. We're already in.
She couldn't keep up because it's just getting fucking worse and worse by the word.
And there's more.
Oh my goodness.
So he sent them birthday gifts in the mail, and Suzanne would like to point out that his obsession is not sexual in any way. He just thinks they're really cool, and I'm almost on my wit's end. I feel like I can't escape Destiny's Child. That sounds like hell. You're in hell, Suzanne. And have lost my husband completely to this obsession. Any advice will be greatly appreciated. And guess what?
There's an edit.
There's an update.
There's an update!
But we're going to save it.
Oh, okay. Fuck.
So juicy.
Ooh. Bootylicious, if you will. Oh,
no,
man.
It got you too.
You know, so Destiny's Child hasn't put an album out since
you were born?
The early No, they're not that old. Since the early 2000s, right? Because they broke up.
Coachella brought him back.
Coachella brought him back.
Fucking Coachella, ruining marriages.
But they didn't make an album after it, did they? Didn't they get together? I could be fucking the timeline up because they broke up, right?
Yeah.
And then they got together to do like Soldier and Cater. Let me cater to you, cause baby, that was like after they got back, right?
Yeah.
And then they were done. But
yeah,
I don't know when Coachella fell into that group.
There's actually Destiny's Child lyric that reminds me of it. I'm just kidding. There's actually an eBay sale that I'm just kidding.
You better the fuck not.
But no, I think that sounds right. I have no fucking clue. But it's been a long time.
Yeah, since they've been like
and
remotely
this dude
relevant.
Just got his mind blown by Bootylicious, non-sexually somehow.
That's a fucking lie. Do we believe that? Do we believe that this isn't a sexual obsession? Or at least not a part of it?
I think maybe not up front. I maybe subconsciously. This dude's got a lot of issues.
How old is he? Did it say?
Let's see. What did I say his name was? Yeah, no, there's no age.
There's no age.
But they've been married for 7 years, so. At the youngest,
25.
25.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, if he's like spending money, like you have to
He's spending their money. It's costing them. Like,
yeah.
when you're married, your money is everybody's money.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Even if you deny it.
That's a problem.
Yeah, he's got a problem.
What do you do? Do you divorce somebody over that?
I would, again, you know, what you want to put up with. Where's your threshold?
Yeah.
If you were going down this dark path.
Of Destiny's Child? Can it be can it be D12?
Oh, no, because then I would be right there with you. But if it's, you know.
I'll be like Stan.
I'm a survivor every year. Oh, Stan, then I'm dead in the trunk, girl.
Pregnant.
So yeah, going back to the other thing is like, okay, so if this person's really important to you, try therapy. If therapy doesn't
That's
work,
what Magabuski said.
dump his ass.
Dump his ass. Therapy, maybe. Yeah, did the article mention therapy? Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, he should be on one of those shows of like My Strange Addiction. It's strange.
Yeah, then at least, she should stay married until after the show comes out so she can get that cheddar, get that check.
Do you get paid for those?
They better. If anybody's putting me on TV, I better be getting paid.
Yeah, that's a weird one. I don't have advice for you, ma'am. I think we need to. I think therapy. I think that's a good one. Therapy to find out what the actual thing is. I mean, there is a chance that it could be just Destiny's Child, but there's got to be something that just like I'm not a fucking psychologist or whatever, but like there's got to be some void that Destiny's Child presence
It's filling.
existence
Yeah.
is filling, and I think they gotta figure that shit out before she determines just to like drop them. Like,
yeah, because 7 years is pretty big
that's
investment.
a long time.
You got, look at shit too like an investment. Like I'm putting in these 4 years so far for a long-term investment. It's like the longer you're in
I'm
it,
just an
the
investment
more you're
to
gonna
you.
waste. No, but I'm just saying.
I'm just kidding.
You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
puts pressure to work things out.
Agreed.
At the same time, it's like don't put up with no bullshit. You just gotta decide what that bullshit is. That's your threshold.
Yeah.
So what's your advice pre-update?
Pre-update.
Therapy?
Go to some therapy
Okay.
and let's unpack this a little bit.
Okay. Update.
They went to therapy.
And the way she wrote it, I feel like it's missing, but I feel like it's implied.
Ooh.
It's implied, parentheses, Suzanne asked her husband to get an MRI to check if he's all right.
I wasn't even thinking that.
Because her update, the way it's written, she says, my husband had an MRI yesterday. He reluctantly agreed to it. So it's implied that she was like pushing him to get an MRI to get checked out.
This is like some Dr. House
fucking
shit.
weird. Yeah, it
Yeah.
could be.
Oh, I love House. Do you guys watch the show? I fucking love it. Hugh Laurie is great.
Are you obsessed with House?
Maybe. I don't spend anything on eBay though.
Guys, we're going to keep streaming. This is a marathon stream. Please help me. Please come get me. We're going to stay on camera. So he reluctantly agreed to it because he knew I was absolutely terrified and anxious. No tumor, thank goodness. Everything was normal.
Mm-hmm.
But he is finally beginning to understand how seriously I take this and how much of a problem it's become in our marriage. He has agreed to visit a therapist.
Oh, yay! That's good.
Yeah. So, hoping for the best. Thank you all for your wonderful advice. It means the world. And that was a month ago. So we'll see if Suzanne returns.
At King Face Painter, it was the rat pee that made him sick. Dr. House, mic drop.
Dr. House mic drop.
I know. It's always just like the random things. And they're like, how did you get there? And he's just like, I'm just on a lot of painkillers. I just know.
Somebody had Coke in the bathroom and in the HVAC. So when he picked up his latte, it had rat feces and cocaine.
And they have like those like fucking 3D, like, the
Tech?
the
graphics?
It's pretty good for when that was a popular show. I don't even know if it's still a show.
They used it sparingly enough.
Enough where you're just like, ooh, high tech.
Yeah.
But it would show like the little things crawling on the things, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, look at this fucking science right now.
Jesus,
I'm a
yeah.
doctor. I'm a doctor now. How did he get a referral for an
For
MRI?
MRI.
I don't think it works that way. Oh,
could
I
be
didn't even think
faking it.
about that. Like you gotta have a reason, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
If she just, I don't know, man. It also depends on the doctor writing the referral and the way she presented it. Because I
Yeah.
feel like if you're like, hey, out of nowhere, my husband fell in love with Destiny's Child and is spending a ton of our money and is ruining our marriage, I think something's terribly wrong with him because he's becoming super obsessive. Like if you say the right words in the right way, I could see a doctor writing a recommendation.
I've seen that on Law and Order too, when they do like some crazy shit and then they get an MRI and then they're like, oh, you have a tumor. And then it's like,
it's not a
you
tumor.
know, and then they get it fixed and they're like, oh, thank you, Olivia Benson, for helping me. I should wear that shirt next stream.
But yeah, so, you know, it's crazy, but if she said the right words, I can see her getting a recommendation, you know?
Damn. So is there any update after the update? Or
no, that's it. And that was a month ago.
That's true. I just feel like a psychiatrist would be the first. Right?
It should be.
It should be.
But if the doctor's like, holy shit, like this if this suddenly happened, we need to get our best men on it.
The doctor's like, say less. We got some time. It's fine. We just get them in the schedule. Maybe they're rich and they're just like, they can do whatever they want.
We should schedule a check back in. The throwaway count is Destiny's Wife Help. So
you're going to save it?
Yeah, I'll try to save it.
Okay. That's a good one. That's my forerunner for my forerunner. Is that
your Toyota 4Runner?
Oh my God, no. They're great cars, but not
they're
my
everywhere
style.
here.
Yeah. That's my like in the lead for who needs to seek
Number
out
one
advice
choice.
on the internet.
Who needs the most help?
Yeah.
That's going to be our poll here in a bit.
Yeah, who needs the most help? Okay, so this one, oh man, I think yours is better, but I think it's a great thing to like ask via internet. So this person says, where should I live in America? It's he says, let's call him, he's European, so he needs a European name. Finley. Channel all my
UK
all my
Love
Island. Yeah, Love Island UK. The American version sucks. Okay. My name is Finley. I'm a European moving to America next year. The reason is irrelevant. Take it as given. Okay. A 27-year-old male. He works in tech and makes a very high salary. So high cost of living is not an issue. And if I want, I can work fully remotely, so I don't have any restrictions on where I live. Wow, Finley. Like, I'm surprised you're asking the internet.
Congratulations, asshole. Thanks for bragging about it.
Fuck? Get the
You just came on Reddit to fucking brag about shit.
Yeah, thanks for making me fucking hate myself.
Yeah, live in Spain, bro. Stay away.
Stay where you came from. Oh God, that's awful.
I don't think I can say that on the internet as a white male.
Oh, yeah, you probably shouldn't. It's bad for business. So I don't like. Okay, yeah, he doesn't have any restrictions on where he needs to live. So question, where should it be? He said obvious choices are New York City and LA, but Finley fears Hollywood has skewed his perspective. He said maybe.
Absolutely.
Oh, excuse me. Maybe Hawaii is fun? Question mark. I really have no idea. I might add
Ezra Miller. This is Ezra Miller. Jesus.
I might add that I don't like the idea of moving frequently. I want to stay in a single place for the next few years. So anyway, hope to hear some advice from you guys. So like I thought this was cool because it's like if you were to tell...
If you were winning at life, where would you live?
Yeah, and like, where would it be?
New Zealand. And moving to America. Do you have a thought?
Yeah. I not to toot our horn out here in the Bay Area, but I'd tell him to move out here. Move to San Jose. Like, San Jose's not the best place in the world, okay? Yeah, we have our things. You know, it's funny because we were having this conversation this weekend of like, you know, oh, where would you live? And da-da-da-da. And we've entertained, you know, different states and stuff. We've definitely entertained Hawaii. At the same time, it's just like, besides Hawaii, and Hawaii has a lot of stuff going on themselves within their government and, you know,
oh my gosh,
politically, their water system, their natural resources, things are getting wild out there. So now it's just like, ugh. But, you know, besides Hawaii, we were like, okay, where would we live? And like, we would stay here. We would. Granted, we don't have any children. I'm not saying you can't live here with children. You absolutely can. But like, you know, we're not in the market to own a home. We like rent. We are renters for maybe not necessarily for life, but
for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, we have no interest in buying a home. I don't want to call. I mean, I don't want to fix things and pay for things. When things break, I just like to make a phone call to my landlord and be like, "You fix it, thanks, me." Like, I don't need to do all that.
And it's, you know, we're at a place in our lives where it's like if the landlord needs us out,
we can find somewhere else to live. Yeah,
so we're not tripping.
I actually talked about that on my finance page. Fuck that.
Fuck that. But you can't spell it like that because it's Instagram.
Yeah. But tourism is becoming a big problem. Yeah, it sucks because I do enjoy going to Hawaii. We have family there, so does that make us not tourists?
It's like tourism's like a big problem, but a big help. So it's like, fuck.
There's just like a lot going on. So I wouldn't necessarily say Hawaii.
They need to regroup.
But I would say here. I would say maybe if not LA, like San Diego. I know San Diego's a little sleepy.
Calabasas.
He's 27, so he's a little bit young. He probably like Hollywood is kind of fun when you're young. Like
yeah, LA has Orange County. Like there's surrounding areas.
New York would also be cool.
You don't have to always be in Hollywood where it seems terrible to fucking live.
That's true. Where else? Where else would you tell someone if money was not an issue?
Austin was the first thing I thought of because
really?
he's in tech.
Austin's an up-and-coming tech,
Austin's a tech giant right now, and it's weird like the Bay Area. It's weird.
Just Austin. Don't go to anywhere else in fucking Texas. Just stay in Austin and then fly out to a different state.
It just seems really cool in Austin. And I actually have a friend who moved there and lives there. The dude's in the same situation too, just fucking crushing it at life and bragging about it. No, he's very humble, very cool dude. But Austin seems hella fun, man, and a hella fun home base. Just like that kid that we met, we actually bought this table that you guys are seeing here.
Oh yeah,
off of Craigslist from some guy who moved here.
He moved here from
worked for Google. Moved here from like Austin.
It wasn't
Colorado.
Yeah, it was like it wasn't Texas, but he was moving to Texas.
He was moving back because he moved here thinking it was cool, and then the pandemic happened, and he couldn't go anywhere, and he wanted to go to the main Google campus, but he couldn't even go into work for a while. So he's like, why am I here paying this exorbitant amount for this extremely
He
nice
did
apartment?
It was nice though. When we went to go pick up the table, I was like, I've never seen this part of Mountain View before. Mountain View's hella nice already. But it was just like luxury apartments. And we asked him too, like, how much do you pay? And it was like fucking $3,500 for like 2 bedrooms.
$3,500, 2 bedrooms. And not that much space. There was enough space, but not that much.
But it's still an apartment, right?
Yeah, and I think they crammed like 3 or 4 people there.
Yeah. Face Painter. Are you from LA? He's from LA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Spency. Studio is going around minimum. Our studio is $1,800.
Yep.
And we are in a 400 square foot studio.
Yep.
So we're with you, brother.
Same shit, dude.
Brother. We need a Hulk Hogan.
Smells and looks different. Yeah, I would say Austin seems cool. Even the place that, like, we were talking, like
Oregon's kind of cool.
Oregon. There's a handful of cool places.
New
Mexico. Yeah, it just depends on what the hell you're trying to do. If you're trying to turn up, go to Miami. If you're trying to but Florida's crazy.
Fucking wild. I got a Florida story for you guys.
Dude, King Face Painter, I hear things about North Carolina.
Yeah, I have a cousin in North Carolina, and they have like a fat ass house. They work in tech too, and they enjoy affordable. It like snows though, so like if you like that shit, then by all means,
you may be down for it.
Yeah, Nashville. I have a family member who lives in Tennessee.
Help. This guy's on my list for the least needing help.
He's just like interested in knowing where.
I think he's fishing for Tinder dates.
Is that what it is? He's on Reddit asking for a place to live because he's fishing for Tinder dates. Money's
not an object. I can move anywhere. I've got an accent.
My name's
no
Spinley.
children. I'm very successful in the tech industry. I could move anywhere.
I sense a little bit jealousy. A little bit jealous. Does Sean want Tinder dates? That should be our poll.
Get off it. Get off advice columns. There's other people that need help. Like
Where do I move for
Beyonce's
the tank?
husband. Exactly, dude. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised.
I'm deceased.
Yeah. California, you know, he said LA, and it's like LA's like what is it? Weed, women, and weather.
But what's the Merz song? Pussy, money, weed, and my mama. Right? Isn't that how it goes?
Stay away from douchebags and the drama.
And the drama.
Yeah. I need a check with 6 commas.
Oh my god, that was funny. Okay, so I guess mine isn't good. Moving on.
Gosh, get out of here, Finley. Fuck you, bro.
Sean has been what is it called? Triggered.
Yeah. These people need help, Finley. The fuck are you doing? Get off of our advice, bro. Get the hell out of here.
We hear you, Sean. You can move on now.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for being here. You know.
Fucking moving. Where do I move for the tang? That's hilarious. I want to make a button that says that. Let's see how quickly we get shut down.
Patel Source says, I've been to North Carolina a lot. My dad's friend has a big ass house, and that would be less than my much smaller house in New Jersey. Oh, 100%, dude. Okay.
Vegas, stay away, dude. I do like Vegas though, but it's like it's a mess. But
they're out of the playoffs, so
it'd be a fun. Oh, hey. Let's make that shirt. Let's fucking do it. Let's make that shirt. Where do I move for the tang?
That's pretty good. Okay.
I'm writing it down. Okay, go ahead.
On the back collar, just add Finley, question mark.
We're going to put it on our store.
All right. So this next one's a fun one. And a fucking sticky and stinky situation. My friend took her shoes off in my car and it smelled so bad. The smell is still in my car and won't go away.
Ew.
Basically, let's call her Jessica. Basically, Jessica picked up her friend Stephanie from work and asked if she could take her shoes off for the ride. Fuck, I forgot their names already.
You gave them basic ass fucking names. That's why. Why you give them this vanilla ass names?
Anyways.
Stephanie and Jessica.
If you're Stephanie or Jessica out there,
I'm sorry. My name's Melissa. That's not even fucking better. Have you met any brown Melissas? Have you? No, you haven't. You haven't. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay, back to the story. I agreed because I really don't care. But as soon as she took off her shoes, my nose literally melted.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, this is definitely like a Stephanie or something saying literally melted. Trying to sneakily roll the windows down without being rude. I drove and dropped her off. Forward to the next day, my boyfriend and I went to my car to get groceries, and he gagged as soon as he opened the door. Said my car smelled gross. She took a sniff, and it literally did. Literally. Not only that, but she left her socks in the car. Gross. It's getting hot, and I'm trying to make the smell go away 2 days later, but it's getting worse. There's so many literallys, I'm just redacting them at this point.
Yeah.
I've tried Glade and airing it out and changed my car scent to stronger ones, but the car sits overnight in the heat, and then it smells like wet feet.
Ew.
And it basically fights all the good smelling stuff. It's really embarrassing, and I have to take her home again today. So, how do I make my car not smell like feet, and how do I politely talk to my friend about it?
Well, to make it not smell, you need to hotbox it. It'll smell like weed.
It'll just smell different. Especially when it rains.
Yeah.
And depends if it's leather.
I had a car. Sidebar. I had a car that when my car got stolen.
Brag about it.
Watch out, I'm Finley. Well, I had a car that got stolen, And so I needed another car like ASAP, right? And so we found this car in Oakland, and the car, it was like in our budget. My dad and we go to pick it up, and the car fucking stank. It smelled, well, I mean, it smelled like dank. And, you know, my dad, when we first got the car, he didn't let me drive it. He left it in the garage, and he was like, you need to spray this thing with Febreze every, like when you're home, like every hour. Just come out here and spray it. And we had the windows down, and I had to go out there and spray my fucking car. He's like, you are not driving it until it no longer smells like weed. And like, little did he know, we would have fixed that real quick after the fact. But I was just like, okay, let's spray it.
It still keeps on smelling.
But
I don't know
yeah,
why.
it was well, what, you might know this. Do smells attract more to leather or to like cloth? Because I feel like in cloth, that shit soaked it all in. Or is it leather?
I feel like it's, and this is just my humble opinion. But I feel like it's with leather, it gets into the seat so that it only smells when it's like hot or moist.
Ew.
So it comes out. But I feel like with fabric, it's always
constant. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But
that's off of what is it? Personal experience.
Stinky feet.
Stinky cars.
Oh,
Stinky leather cars.
That's embarrassing. They're friends, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, shampoo them floors, girl. Make your friend drive home. I know. Give her some money for the bus. Oh man.
Yeah, they friends, and she's taking her home again.
If they're friends, she should be able to tell her, like,
I'm concerned.
hey, yeah, your
I'm
feet,
concerned for your fucking
like,
health.
you need to see a
You might have gangrene.
podiatrist.
Yeah.
Is that a foot doctor or podiatrist?
Yeah.
Did I make that up?
Pedicure? No.
Oh, okay. Make things up all the time on here, guys.
The pet egg? Yeah.
Yeah.
Podiatrist is
pet
all
egg.
foot.
Yeah. I tell her, like,
Bipedal.
she might have like athlete's foot or something.
Yeah.
I think she should. What was her question? How did she clean her car?
How does she stop her husband from listening to Destiny Child? No. How do I make my car not smell like feet? And how do I politely talk to my friend about it?
Oh, okay. So, A, how do you make your car? Buy a new one. B, if you can't buy a new one, then yeah, get it like professionally, like detailed.
Yeah.
Shampoo. They'll
make a like an '84 Toyota smell like it's brand new 2022.
I love getting my car. There's a place in Milpitas that like they just fucking. It's for.
And that's still just a gas station because there are like fine
like
auto detailing.
Yeah, we're balling our budget out here. Again, 1,800 for 400 square feet, right? So
our gas station car washes are easily $30 to $40
when you get it shampooed and stuff. You just go through the ones that go through. It's like $10.
Yeah.
But the one in Milpitas, they take fucking forever. But I have a brand new car every time I go. I have a brand new fucking car. Cut the carpet out and replace the sound insulation. Burn the car, then give
I went Magabuski.
Then give her some foot powder.
I burned my car. I got insurance money, and I bought you gold bond for life. There you go.
Yeah, you gotta tell her. You gotta
say something.
So
if you got a stinky friend, tell him. If you don't have a stinky friend, guess what? You are the stinky friend.
So
get
facts.
some gold bond.
So my cousin actually told me something that I was like, and my cousin at work, that I was like, oh, that's actually like a good thing to live by. Where like if you're talking to someone and if there's something that's going on with them that like they can't fix in the next 10 seconds, like don't mention it. What that means is like if they got a booger in their nose, like, oh, just let them know. Because it's like a quick like little like, hey, like, you know, you got something in your nose, like, oh, okay, thanks, and that's it. But like, so she has psoriasis, and then some lady at work was like, what's wrong with your face?
Ooh, you can't do that.
That's fucked up,
you
right?
Can't do that.
Yeah, so she was telling me the story.
It's the angle that you come at it with.
It's just rude. Like, don't even mention it. So that's what she's like, if I can't...
Go at it with love and compassion.
Yeah, and like if I can't fix it in 10 seconds, then like I'm just not
That's a pretty safe and good rule.
Exactly. So when I heard that, I was like, I've never thought about that, and I like that. I like that. Can you fix a foot in 10 seconds?
With some powder? With some bleach?
Yeah,
you don't know. Bleach. You don't know. I don't know. I don't know about this shit.
Yeah. But I think
10-minute YouTube video may help her. Vinegar bleach bath.
Since they're friends, it's different. I think she should tell her, like, look, I'm really not trying to be mean. Like, this is not coming from like an angry place, but like your feet stink. Your feet stink. And if you don't want to go any further, then just like I need you to keep your shoes on in my vehicle and not leave your stank ass socks in my car. I think that's what made it worse.
Yeah. They were baking.
I wonder what she does. Like maybe she's on her feet, like she's like a waitress or something. Where her dogs are barking.
That can help. Yeah.
Yeah.
Them dogs are barking.
Those dogs are fucking barking.
I heard them 2 days later. Yeah, dude, just like it's tough because with guys, like being straight up and like King Face Painter said, like, you have a friend that tells you keep your shoes on, then you guys get through it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, I think guys are different. Girls will get very sensitive. Very sensitive
and just think there's like, other shit behind it.
You're a whore, and it's
or
like,
go
what?
on Reddit and talk about it.
That reminds me of on fucking what did I watch? Flavor of Love. How like they're like, she has an attitude. She's a fucking whore, and it's like, what? It's not even relevant. Like, what is going on?
You just met her. You don't know her sexual history.
Is a hoe, and it's like, fucking hell. Like, what? But girls are like that sometimes. Like, it's. I'm sure there can be men who are like in like different ways. It maybe not be as.
It's not gender specific.
Yeah.
But traditionally, the stereotype is that.
So I think.
Man, it's talk. Talk to her and and talk to her and if you're looking for an immediate solution, you have something after work that day.
She nose blind, like she can't smell her own feet.
It seems like it.
Yeah.
But it's know what I mean?
Bad.
Like, those
commercials are funny when they're like, I think I'm nose blind.
In real life it's not, but those commercials are funny.
Not, yeah.
Serious problem. No, but yeah. Dude, talk to her and like for the short-term solution, you got something to do after work or whenever she needs you. You're just busy, dog.
Oh, like don't pick her up?
In the short term, like just be busy. Like if you're looking for an easy way out, be busy. But as her friend, you should really talk to her.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's good.
Got one
All right,
more, right?
last one. Yeah. This one's a bit heavy. Usually I don't pick the heavy ones, but it's happening. It's happening, okay? Okay, this one. The title is, My Daughter's Friend is Coming Over Because Her Parents Punched Her. Not sure how to handle it entirely, so I'm looking for advice. All I know is one of her parents punched her in the face because they think she's gay. Yeah. So my daughter and her friend are both 15. The friend is coming over after school to avoid her parents. Any pointers on how to handle this situation? I learned the parents are here. Oh, I didn't read this the first time I read it. I learned the parents are here illegally and could get deported. Not sure what their daughter wants, so I have to hear her out, but it seems reporting to the police could have some very harsh consequences. Also, she wants to stay with us a few nights. I've never met her either, only saw her on FaceTime when my daughter introduced us. Fuck. How do I submit a question for the future? Oh, we will love that. We'll keep it anonymous if you want it anonymous.
IG DM or, whisper here on Twitch. Wherever you guys find us, we'll get a notification. So if you guys got good articles, good questions, or need real life advice, feel free to shoot it over to us.
We are not professionals, so you will get non-professional advice.
Yeah.
Possibly funny though, so
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully helpful and funny.
Well, that just added a whole other layer. I know, this thing just packed it on real quick, and then update that does not need to be withheld because this update's fucking nuts. Things escalated about an hour ago when my daughter called me saying her dad and brother were knocking on the door. So like this woman is at work at this point and her daughter's calling her and she's just like, okay, yeah. And she's like getting her things to leave. And then now she's still on her way. And she's saying that the girl who got punched, her parents and her dad and brother showed up at the, poster's house.
Just let me try to understand it all.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
So it's being written from the perspective of a mom.
Sandy.
So Sandy's daughter is best friends or friends with the girl who got punched.
Yes.
And then the girl who got punched, her family's now knocking at Sandy's door.
Yes.
While Sandy's at work.
Yeah, she's on her way home
call
now.
the fucking cops.
Yeah. So she says they found out where she was because Sandy's daughter's boyfriend told the girl who got punched mom because she was just trying to contact like, oh, where do you know where she is? Do you know? I guess they're all like friends. They all like
Sandy's daughter's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Told who? The girl's family?
The girl who got punched family where she was at. Because I guess they're all like, it wasn't like he was giving her up. It was just like, they all know each other and stuff like that. So,
this is a mess.
It's a fucking mess.
Classified mess.
So she says, anyways, I immediately asked for the parents' phone numbers. I also learned at this time that the dad punched her in the face and knocked her down, which makes me even angrier. So now I'm fully, pissed off. I called and texted the dad after they came for her and left. My daughter didn't open the door because she was scared.
Yeah.
And the girl's mom texted Sandy's daughter saying, I know that my daughter is there. And then she said, seems creepy, but she said to my daughter that I don't want you to have any problems because police are looking for her. This lady's like threatening Sandy's daughter.
Let the cops come at that point.
She said, so I'm driving home. Sandy's like, I'm driving.
And she's on Reddit? Get the fuck off of Reddit.
First
Call the
question,
cops.
how are you typing this?
Yeah, is this all the what is it? The voice to text? Yeah. So and then
so some things are kind of spelled funky. I'm changing them because I know what they're intended to be. So it possibly could be that. Maybe she was like
the
really
dictation.
Like I need help and I need people who are on the internet at all times to help me.
Cops.
So she said, okay, yeah, so I'm driving home. I'm driving to try to get home. Dealing with the situation remotely, unfortunately. I wanted and needed to be here, but I left work early, but not early enough. I didn't think they'd find out where she was so soon, so I was able to get hold of the mom, texted and called the dad, but he didn't answer because apparently he is a, quote, little bitch, is what she said. I see he didn't want to talk to me. When I called the mom, I heard in the background the police. So I told her she was over at my house and Sage, which is Sandy's daughter, but my daughter didn't answer the door because she was scared. I had to tell her that I'd let my daughter open the door so they could pick up her daughter. So they've already called the police, the family of
the girl who
got punched. Yeah. So she said, my hands were tied. I was on the road and told my daughter they're coming with the police, so you're going to have to let her go back with her parents. The second time her parents came to my house pretty quickly. Oh, because they left and then now they came back. Her dad showed up and I was on the phone with my daughter the whole time. Instead of going out to the front door, I told her friend to just go out the back when they come and go around the yard to meet her dad in the front, which she did, and that I'd call CPS.
So her dad is okay?
No, her dad and brother came earlier fucking banging on the door. But then they went back home. Then they called the police, and that's when Sandy called the other parents and was like, yo, what's going on? And then she's like, we have the police here. We're trying to find my daughter. And then that's when Sandy called her daughter and was like, look, like, they're getting the police involved. Like, you need to let her, she needs to go back home.
Talk to the police.
Or she needs to go back home.
Go back with her family and sort it out.
So Sandy said that she would call CPS and make a police report. And she was like, I don't know what else to do. And then she goes, anyways, I'm here waiting for the police to show up to file a report. Oh, okay. So that's how she was filling out on Reddit. She was waiting for the police report.
All right. So quick recap. King Face Painter got lost too, like I got lost.
Oh, I should have used more names. Sorry.
It's okay. No. There's a fuck ton of people involved. It's like
so confused. Is there a recap button?
It's like the Catfish movie at this point.
Yeah.
So this is written from the perspective of the mom of family A. The mom's daughter has a friend who got punched in the face by her own family. So the friend is hiding out and, seeking shelter and safety at her friend's house, which is with family A. Family B shows up to the house of family A while the mom of family A is at work trying to drive home to catch everybody. And then family B calls the cops saying, we're looking for our daughter. We know she's here. Basically fucking at that point, if it's a minor, I feel like they can enter the home in whatever circumstance the cops needed to. So the mom of family A is like, hey, look, the cops are involved. Unfortunately, you need to go back with your family.
Yeah.
But the mom of family A is now filing a CPS, police report, calling Child Protective Services for the daughter's friend. Yeah, cops immediately this is a mess. This is
it's a little bit bigger than someone can
you need
handle.
adult or adult and let them sort it out. Unfortunately, it's a minor involved. It's a kid getting fucking punched.
I think what she said in the beginning, though, maybe the reason why she initially didn't call the cops was because she said that the parents may be deported, that they're illegal immigrants. But she said, she was like, I haven't talked to the girl yet, so I don't know what she wants. And I think that was nice of her to consider that.
Talk to the girl.
Yeah, but she's fucking driving.
So how did she? So she just found out because the daughter called her and told her everything?
Yeah.
All at once?
Yeah, it says, I learned the parents are here illegally and could get deported. So that's why she was like, okay, I don't want to deport this girl's parents. So I need to talk to her to understand what's going on, but she's fucking driving. And so it's just, even the people who are commenting are like, okay, one thing at a time. We need to cut this up and take it step by step, day by day, to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, and at that point,
yes, correct. King Face Painter.
So the mom was being considerate, saying hey, you guys might get deported, but then they're like, we don't give a fuck. Our daughter's here. They called the
cops on not on themselves, but
possibly.
Yeah.
They're afraid of being deported. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
clearly they're not afraid.
Yeah, exactly. Stay from here. File a report. Make sure there's a police report of what you heard from your daughter. Follow up with CPS and just let the courts and let cops and let all of them handle it.
Yeah.
Child psychiatrists, everything. So.
What a mess. I feel so. I feel her.
Did the friend feel like she was seeking refuge? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's why she went over to their house because she
didn't let the immigrant family in when they were knocking on the door.
Yeah.
I would feel like the family punched their own daughter, and then they called the cops. Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
They called the cops because they were saying they were looking for her daughter.
Yeah.
For their daughter.
So they punched her. She ran, and now they're like, "Oh, I need to call the cops. I can't find my daughter that I just punched." I I feel for the mom like that. Like it's just chaotic, and she's like trying to help this kid, but she doesn't know what's going on, and people are there at her house, and maybe she sounds like she's commuting if she's still not home at this point. There's traffic. Like, what a fucking mess. I feel so bad.
Mess.
So they're asking for it. Yeah. I mean, if like, because probably the cops are going to ask, like, okay, what's the entire situation? But the thing is someone going to be like, you know, is the daughter going to be like, well, they punched me, that's why I ran?
Yeah.
No, she's scared shitless.
Some kids, you know, aren't helped in these situations or aren't believed. And then also, unfortunately, some kids fucking lie about that shit.
So unfair for the kids involved. Yeah, because like even though the cops are there to help, like she doesn't want to get punched again in the face, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So she's probably going to be like, oh, it's nothing, or, you know, something like that, or, oh, what a mess.
That's fucking
And the
mess.
other girl's just trying to help her friend.
We should end it on my stories next.
I didn't. Everyone was in their feels today, and everyone was talking about some real ass shit, except for Finley, who just needed a place to live. Maybe I should have ended on that one.
Get out of here, Finley.
Sounds very similar to foster homes.
Exactly, dude.
So, you know, my mom was a foster parent, and we actually saw a lot of crazy ass shit from that. A lot of it happened actually after I left, so I just kind of heard about it. My mom had foster kids who, and I'm not saying like foster children are bad at all. Like there's just like a lot, you know?
A lot of crazy situations.
Yeah. And then just kind of being like existing in that situation. You know, we had foster kids who stole my mom's jewelry and pawned them.
Mm-hmm.
There was one who had to, like, she was tricking, and so like she got into a situation at a motel, and you know, my mom and my sister had to go pick her up. Like, she's fucking nuts. Like, and you know, my mom, who's just doing it because she's like, my mom had a daycare, she loved the children, and she's like, I want a house. She became a foster parent, and like, I don't, you know, bless her, I don't think she really fully grasped like everything that it entailed, but I don't think anyone ever does. I think it's you do it from your heart, and you know, whatever reason why you do it, it's great. But it's just like, it's a lot. So yeah, that does sound like very similar to foster homes, and not all of them are like that, but it's a lot. But yeah, this one's nuts. I mean, it's crazy, but it was a good one to end with, because I think she does need help. A lot of those kids have been through a lot of shit that people don't consider. Yeah, and you know, again, I think, you know, my mom did it from a good place, but yeah, you don't even consider everything that you're, I don't want to say dealing, because that's kind of like a negative connotation, but just everything that could arise and could happen, and that is you're opening your home to, that you just have no grasp on, what, like the roller coaster that you could possibly be on, because she had to go to like visits and meet like the parents with the kids and stuff, and it's like, it's a lot. Where do I move for the dang Finley Jerry? Let's never forget the main thing. I know. Oh God, look at me bringing it all down with my stories. But yeah, wild. Are you building the pole?
Yeah, I'm building the pole, and we don't have enough options, so I'm omitting the foot car.
The foot car?
Foot car. Should I omit Finley?
You don't like Finley.
I'll put him in there. See if he gets any votes. Just win at life humbly, dude.
Yeah.
All right. That brings us to. All right. So this poll, like it reads, I'm starting it right now. It says, "Who needs the most advice?" You guys got 10 minutes, and it's above chat.
Oh man,
Please
these
vote.
are good. You spelled daughters with 2 U. Was that on purpose? Daughters.
That
was on purpose.
No, it wasn't.
And
but
yo,
we'll go with it.
daughter.
Oh gosh, Kids Bop. Oh man. Okay.
Oh man, this one is good.
Now that the poll's up.
I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna vote twice.
Yeah, you guys please vote. But I think we're gonna jam to our next one. You ready?
Yeah.
We're getting right into it, and we're bringing up current events. Just pretend like we have stacks of paper and we're shuffling them, and then it just keeps on switching. That doesn't look right. That shouldn't be on the internet. Recorded forever. Okay, so this is where we share some crazy stories, some current stories that we found on the interwebs. And yeah, they're just it's a nice reminder to what goes on in real life, that there is some crazy shit that happens that it doesn't make, national news chains and shit, but yeah. You want to go ahead and get it started?
Yeah. So, this one's not super new. Again, I feel like I say that every single time.
Newish.
It's newish. This is current-ish events is what we should change it to. Not current, current-ish. So this one the title is Man Told Employer Not to Celebrate His Birthday. He was awarded $450,000 after unwanted party. Let's unpack it. So this man,
Nice.
He has an anxiety disorder and he asked his employer not to celebrate his birthday because it would trigger a panic attack. He was working for Gravity Diagnostics,
wow, dropping the company name too.
Yep. By me, The Office. Fucking, he would do that. I would do that. It'd be like, right. And then have like a whole party and it'd be really awkward. So this happened in 2019. I guess at their work, they do like lunches for people's birthdays. And I get that. At my work, they do it for if you reach like a certain, like, you've been working here 5 years, 10 years, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to tell them not to celebrate mine. Mine's coming up.
To try and get that payout?
No, definitely not. I just don't want to go there because it's going to be 10 years. 84 years.
84 years.
So, Okay, so they had a party and like, guess what it did? It panicked. It triggered a fucking panic attack for him. And so, he had a panic attack. He left and then finished the rest of his lunch in his car. And then he texted his manager, upset that the company, failed to accommodate his request. And then a day after the celebration, his boss called him into a meeting and he was confronted and criticized for his reaction. And that confrontation triggered another panic attack.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
And this is all in the lawsuit. And so he filed a law. And so, okay. So after that second panic attack, they sent him home for like 2 days. And then he filed a lawsuit. And so that lawsuit, said like, what the fuck, man? And so
That's all the lawsuit said.
yeah. And so basically from that lawsuit, a jury awarded him $450,000 for he suffered adverse employment action because of his anxiety disability. Good for him.
Good for him.
Not good for him that he had to deal with that
sucks
shit.
with a crazy panic attack.
Especially, how hard is it to not have a luncheon for someone?
It's extremely easy.
Like, why?
Why are you forcing it?
Even if he didn't have a panic attack and he was just like, I just don't, I don't want anything, like, that should be enough.
Yeah.
I had a coworker who, because when people quit too, like, we do something for them and stuff, or, just like a little thing. I had a coworker who, when she was quitting, she was like, I don't want anyone to know. Like, I just want to leave. Like, I don't want anyone to know my last day other than, the people who needed to know.
Yeah.
And that was it. And honestly, I was just like, well, that's a little bit weird. Like, I didn't know why. But I wasn't like, let's do this anyways.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, okay.
You need to explain to me why.
Yeah, who the fuck am I? Like, I don't care. But I did think like, okay, like she didn't want anyone to know.
Yeah.
And you know, that's her prerogative. But yeah, that happened. So we got comments. Okay. My opinion, King Face Painter says, I have been working from home for 3 years, so it's amazing to hear people still know and throw birthdays for each other. It's a thing. I've actually been on site. We only shut down for 2 weeks. So I've been at work since, when did we shut down? March 16, 2020? So
yeah,
April of 2020.
When other people were working from home, you were kind of one of the essential on-site people.
Yeah,
so.
my department for where I work, like we needed to be on site. So I'm not in healthcare. I'm not in food. I don't know what I do. But we had to be there. I'm grateful. I've had a job this entire time, so I'm grateful. But yeah, I've been on site that entire time. And yeah, we still do that for people who want it. If they don't want it, we don't force them. Megabussy says, maybe throw the lunch in, but give him the option to show and not force him. Poor guy, though. Just let him be. Or like, just be like, we got you lunch. And just give him lunch.
Give him
just
all
give
the budget.
Him lunch.
That fucking $200 party you threw, just give him a $200 gift card to like.
Exactly. Just give him a gift card. We're like, we don't want to make it a big deal because you've asked it not.
Birthday.
But here's a
do whatever the fuck you
take your family, whatever you want to do.
It's a Visa gift card. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great thing. That would be better. But
solving problems
left
Visa
and
gift
right.
card for everybody. It'll be for $0.
Your fucking face in the corner. It's just like you're being electrocuted. Yeah, so he won. So good. Now he can buy all the Visa gift cards.
Yeah, I mean, because how, no matter the age, like having a panic attack, I can imagine is traumatic. And it's
absolutely
like you try to get ahead of it, you do everything right, and these people still just say, "Oh, fuck whatever you said. Let's just do it." They Michael Scott it, like from The Office.
Yeah, give him the blend of food and just kindly walk up. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah. Can you imagine I think that would be a great last day. You're just doing your job.
It wasn't his last day. It was his birthday.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. Well, it became his last day. But for your birthday, even better. So you're at a place you like to work, and somebody just comes by your desk and drops off like a filet mignon and then just walks away and doesn't say shit. I'd be like, that's tight. You're my best friend at work now. Like,
damn, filet mignon. What do they do at your work?
No, because it's the fucking party budget. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like all the money they spent, they fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
oh yeah, did I miss that part? Maybe I missed that part. So they fired him. Yeah, thanks, Vitelsaur. I missed that part. So that's why he filed a lawsuit. So it wasn't just because they gave him panic attacks. It's because they fired him for violating. Yeah.
Fuck them.
And then so
that's
he.
A terrible
Wow,
company.
I totally missed a big ass section of it. Oopsies. Yeah.
Workplace violence?
I guess because he caused a scene when he walked out. But he had a fucking panic attack. That's just like on the WeWork, how it was like, you are violating our company happiness policy. And it's like, what the fuck?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they're mean
Terrible.
Because he said not to, and they fired him for making his fellow employees upset. Yeah, now they're worried about how people feel. And this guy, what? That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, Fortune 100.
The Office.
Worst places to work.
Criticized at a meeting the following day. He was accused of stealing his coworker's joy and being a little girl. Oh my gosh.
What company is this? Because they need to be fucking lambasted.
Canceled. It's here. Gravity Diagnostics. You suck. And that is how Machoff'n Podcast got into a lawsuit.
There's dozens of us. We're going to crash your website. Oh gosh. This is totally The Office. 100% Vitelsaur. That's how they should have ended The Office, is with a crazy lawsuit.
The poll.
Poll is done. We got results, and Destiny's Child Marriage won. 80% of the votes. Yeah, I would say they need the most help, because the other one was the messy one that you talked about, but cops are the answer. Like, and she's on her way. So
yeah, I agree with you. This one was the one that needed the most help via internet.
yeah,
Like the cop one, it was like, no, you need to speak to like a lawyer,
Adult to
CPS,
adult.
like somebody in that realm.
somebody who gets paid
But
for shit like that.
The Destiny's Child one is definitely like, I think only the internet can help you. With the initial, like, what do I do? Then, like, yeah, you
Adults
go
are
to...
adults, king face painter. Yeah.
Then you go to, a therapist or psychologist or a psychiatrist, whatever. But, like, that's definitely like so this is happening. Like, what do we do?
What the fuck? Am I alone?
That's funny.
Jesus.
And it's a lab that does medical testing. You think they would know better,
Oh,
right?
my goodness. They're the worst people, man. Why are you working there in the first place, John?
He's not anymore.
And he got paid.
Hmm?
Maybe he was there just to get paid. And he's like, I know some shit's going to go down. I'm going to work there for a bit.
That's why we all go to work.
Get
just
a
to get
payout.
paid.
Okay.
And cake. Paid in cake.
Okay, so I'm going to take you guys back to a creepy landlord situation. Maybe these stories are tied. No, but it's opposite. So this one, in this story, the landlord, or not a landlord. Let me just start from the beginning.
The landlord, not a landlord.
They're related just in crazy people in homes and being forced into a situation.
He's waiting when I move the things. so funny.
Fairfax, Virginia. There's a home that sold for $805,000.
That's expensive.
It's a
for
big
over
ass
there.
home. It's a big home.
For
It's
here,
got
that's
the huge
cheap.
column front. There's a photo of it. It'll be in the show notes. But the caveat is that the home comes with a stranger living in the basement. The home sold extremely quickly, received 5 all-cash offers, and sold in less than a week.
What?
And besides having the caveat of a stranger living in the basement. It's a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom house sold to an unnamed buyer on April 15th. The listing agent, Zinta, that's a name, of RE Max Gateway, said the home received 5 cash offers and closed in less than a week after it was listed. The listing generated headlines and nothing that buying the home required acknowledgement that the home will convey with a person, parentheses, so it might be multiple, living in the lower level with no lease in place. There's
Squatters?
strict no access to see lower level in the listing added. 2 days after the home was listed, Instagram account Zillow Gone Wild posted about it. Saying that, specific clause with the person living is super unusual. And it's, people are commenting $800,000 for 5-bedroom, 4-bath and your own serial killer. So people are tearing it up on Instagram. But basically it's, let me scroll down. Neighbor told that a woman and her daughter lived in the basement. The listing describes the lower level as a walkout basement with a legal bedroom, full bath, storage, and large living area. The whole thing happened because basically the guy who owned the home is in the hospital. He doesn't have a will. He doesn't have a lot of money. So the family wanted to sell it before the guy passed away. The guy also wanted to sell it.
Mm-hmm.
But this lady's been squatting there.
Oh,
And
she was a squatter.
She has squatters' rights. To claim squatters' rights in Virginia, a person has to live in a place for 15 years, not hide the fact that they're living there. And so it's going to be basically a legal battle for these new tenants, or for the new people who bought the home.
15 years she's been squatting
It doesn't say how long exactly she's been there, but I think she's trying to gain squatters' rights and for being there for 15 years. So
that's why if you're a landlord, you got
details how long, but you need
to look
and protect yourself
and only buy property in states that are landlord friendly. California is not one of them.
No,
not at all. Fuck. So
that's crazy.
So you can't get them out?
You can't. You
can't evict them because against what? They don't have a lease or.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I feel like it takes like legal action and like it's a whole mess. And the landlord, the dude who originally owned the home, is in the hospital. He can't pay the money. To go through the legal battle. So it's basically now on the new owners, but it's like they're moving in knowing that fucking people live there in the basement.
Wow. Zillow Gone Wild. Magabuski knows about it. Or Zillow Gone Wild is crazy. Squatters actually have more rights than you think and can't just be evicted in is this an Instagram?
Yeah.
I'm going to follow them. I've never heard of this.
It's good. It sounds good to know.
Yeah.
Especially if they're receiving mail there. Yeah, I've heard that too. The mail's like having an address there basically makes it super messy. Because if all these places where you get your ID, get whatever, they always ask, "Oh, is there any proof of your address?"
Yeah.
And you show a piece of mail with the address. So
can we talk about how funny that name is? Zillow Gone Wild. Like crazy ass house stories. That's hilarious.
yeah.
I'm so easily pleased.
Hey.
Fuck, that's nuts though.
It's crazy.
I have no words.
Yeah, I would not buy that home. Like,
no. So
the fuck? Like, what are you doing? Unless I was a lawyer. So and I was like, oh yeah, I can get them out in 6 months.
Yeah. So I missed it. Did they know that somebody was living there as they were purchasing?
It was on the listing.
Oh, it's on the listing. Okay.
It says no access to see lower level. And it says.
Yeah, maybe they had a plan. Did it talk about who owns it now?
Specific clause. No, it says unnamed buyer.
Oh. Also on Netflix, there's a show called Worst Roommate Ever. It had an episode on squatters, and it's a real. Fuck.
Houses with breast. Zillow Gone Wild.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think I could do roommates again. We didn't have any really bad situations, but you can imagine. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Okay, mine's funnier.
Okay.
Well, it's actually not funny. It's actually could be quite dangerous.
It's funnier.
It's funnier.
This person actually killed somebody in the basement.
I wish it was a nightmare for the landlord when I complained about the elevator not working. The other side of being a renter, right? It's like, yeah, if they don't, our landlord's great. Like, we really haven't had too many issues, but
he takes Venmo.
Yeah, it's great. It's very convenient. So this one is our resident Florida story. We cannot do current events without having a Florida story, I feel.
Very true.
There's always some crazy ass shit going on in fucking Florida. So this one says Florida bride. It's actually not Florida man, it's Florida woman.
Whoa.
Yes. And caterer.
Changing it up.
Charged after serving marijuana laced food at wedding. So yeah, that's the story. So these people, they're at a wedding and they're eating, and then like all of a sudden a bunch of people, like the 911 is getting like this influx of fucking calls of people who are like, I'm at a wedding and I feel like I'm on drugs and I've never taken drugs in my life. And like, they're like, I feel high, like I feel this and that.
And it's like the same call from like 20 different people.
Yeah. And so cops show up there. Oh my God. How did I know Mel
was going to choose
Of course. I love the weed stories. They're my fave. Because at first I was like,
weed in Florida. Absolutely.
Yeah. I like to get buck wild with my stories. Yeah, today. So my initial thought was like, that's actually kind of funny. But then my second thought was like, oh no, that's a really bad idea. I mean, you can't give people drugs without their knowledge. Yeah.
If you want to do that, have an option.
Yes, exactly.
Have a labeled table.
You could have a fun buffet and a normal buffet. And if somebody, have a label, have somebody have like a fucking disclaimer saying that like, this food is laced with, not laced, but this food has been cooked with THC. You will feel high, like just.
Even have a waiver.
All liability off of you, yeah. I mean, you can't drug people. Come on, what the fuck? Yeah. You can't just drug people. So who knows? So that's another thing.
Yeah.
Like, well, they will survive. Yes, they will, but edibles will fuck you up.
If you've never taken drugs and you just chow down because you're hungry, yeah, you're getting.
Because edibles, you have to.
You're along for the ride. You're buckled in.
Yeah, you need to eat a little baby amount, and they had whole ass meatballs. They said that the cop, and I saw some video of this shit too. The cops got there, delicious. And they were like so they couldn't find the caterer. Right, first they go to the couple. So first of all, so many first of alls. Husband didn't even fucking know.
Terrible.
Yeah. And so there's video of the cop asking the couple, like, does your food have weed in it? And the husband just looks and he's like, no. Like, are you joking? And you see the wife in the background and she's creepily smiling. Yeah.
So funny.
And then they try to find the...
You see Aunt, Suzanne again. She's on the ground,
Suzanne
melted.
And Sandy. And then they go to the caterer and like the main like caterers is gone. It's just like the like servers and stuff. And they're starting to put stuff away. And they're like, okay, we need to take some of this for evidence. And so they got like meatballs and
foil.
Lasagna, like salad and just bits of the food. And sure shit, they tested it and had THC. And then there was one person from the wedding who like saw them take out something green from, I guess they garnished it as well, because like obviously you don't just like throw weed in there. That's not how it's made. Like you have to like put oil. I was gonna say that
sounds like somebody who wants to be involved and is like, I totally saw them throw a marijuana on top.
I know, because it's not how it works. But
it was on the raspberry cheesecake.
But somebody else said, like, did you put weed in the olive oil this was cooked with? Yeah. So I'm like, oh, okay, so you know what you're talking about. And then the bride said, the caterer laughed and said yes. So they weren't denying it. But I think at that point it was like too late. Like everyone had already eaten and it was just Florida. Like, yeah. So they were both they were arrested they're facing charges for violating Florida's anti-tampering laws, delivery of marijuana, and culpable negligence.
And does it say, was there like kids at this wedding or anything? Because that's a whole different dynamic.
It doesn't, and that is a whole other thing. Because even though our wedding said no children, like people still brought their children. So imagine if we were like, let's have a high wedding, and then like we accidentally, purposefully gave children weed. It'd be bad. What state is this? Fucking Florida. This is Florida.
And then they sued Disney. Yeah. To bury this story, the governor decided to sue Disney. He got confused and sued Disney. He may have been at the wedding. Holy shit, man.
Yeah, so Florida strikes again. Good old Florida
strikes.
Good old Florida. We need to make like a Florida like
Florida man.
Just something.
I'll draw a Florida man and a Florida woman that just jam across the screen.
Just run across.
We should write that down.
Yeah, I'll write it down.
They'll fly
That's
across.
Funny. That's funny.
That's actually pretty fucking good.
All right, what's your story?
Okay. My next one. Just as terrible, and it does involve children. Parent dressed as Easter Bunny passes out condoms at Texas elementary school.
Ugh.
Yeah, they were unopened and unused.
Where?
They were in Texas.
Texas.
Austin.
Oh, we just told
Finley. Is this you, Finley?
No.
Are you an Easter Bunny? You think this is your type of European fun?
You were
Finley?
there. It was.
Gosh. No, but so some Gullet elementary school students received a rather strange item Thursday from the Easter Bunny. It was unopened condoms.
Ew.
In a letter to parents, the Gullet's the name of the town, I guess. Or name of the Gullet Elementary School.
The borough? Oh.
Gullet principal Tammy Thompson says that a parent, Tammy Thompson, sounds like she's whoop your ass. Tammy Thompson says that a parent had visited the campus in Northwest Austin Thursday afternoon during dismissal, dressed as the Easter Bunny, and handed out plastic eggs. Some eggs contain candy. Some students were also given unopened condoms by the parent. Parents were assured in the letter that this was not planned or sanctioned by the school. The parent was asked to leave originally before finding out about condoms and shit. And
just because they were there.
Just because they were there. Yeah.
It's fucking creepy as shit.
Yeah. So schools, especially in America with all the shootings and all the gun violence and shit, schools, like anybody sketchy shows up, like it's reported, they're kicked off, right? Kicked off campus. But the Easter Bunny went to the public sidewalk and continued to give away eggs. Not much the school can do about that besides calling for a suspicious person.
So creepy.
An act that the district called an incredibly careless and inappropriate action. District says it's working with the Austin Police Department on any repercussions for the parent. But I believe they still don't know who it is. Yeah. We value so they released a full-on letter to parents, and they end it with, "We value parent participation and always request that you work with campus staff to best support our students." Fucking terrible.
So creepy.
It's just so weird and creepy. Crazy.
Wait, is this an anti-abortion location? Is he a youth progressive?
It could Austin, I don't know their laws, but Finley can be.
They're all they don't do that.
But Austin's the most like liberal area. You would think they would try to do this in somewhere else where it's way more, right wing.
Maybe they're trying to infiltrate Austin. Yeah.
Well, no. Because they're like, yeah. I feel like it would be the reverse. I feel like the liberal one would be trying to do it in a more right wing area.
I don't know. Creepy though. I'm already not a big fan of like
super creepy.
I think I've talked about this from the fucking jump of like I don't do Santa, I don't do the Easter Bunny, like all of these
who's
like
in that shit.
No, it's fucking weird. Like nope. Nope.
Yeah, go to the college if you're gonna give away condoms. Like
they'll appreciate it.
Yeah. You could work with the sex ed department.
Well, thanks, Sean, for creeping us the fuck out.
Super creepy.
Okay, find someone to raid. So
I got somebody.
Oh, cool. Okay. We've made it.
We have.
We've made it. We've made it. We've made it to the end of the stream. So what was your favorite part of this fucking stream?
Probably the t-shirt merch option we created. What is
Shout out to King Face Painter for
that was a great idea.
Our merch idea of I wrote it down right here. Where do I move for the tank?
Off stream. Yeah, what was it?
Where do I move for the tank?
Where do I move for the tank? Sounds amazing.
They have parents and child costume character. They're fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like
that's my whole thing. I am one of those people that's not afraid of clowns, but clowns creep me out. I'm creeped out by a lot of that shit because I'm like, I know people and people are garbage. So it's like, you shouldn't be like garbage people shouldn't be hiding.
Yeah.
So,
like I get it when we were younger and how our parents would take us to,
I understand.
like I get the innocent thought of it, like, oh, cute picture. But like when you realize that people are not innocent, you're like, you're fucking weird. Like, why? No. Like, creepy.
Fear of liars. Maybe that's what it is. Like, it's a natural instinct that just kicks in, and I'm like, I don't trust you. Like, it's a gut instinct. I don't trust any of that shit. Maybe it's at different times, but I don't know.
Yeah.
What was your favorite?
I think our advice columns were pretty good. They were funny when they were funny. They were like, oh fuck, when they were like, oh fuck. And then just reliving the weekend. It was a good weekend.
It was a good weekend.
Excited to we gotta recap this anyways, but so just reminders. So we have besides our usual weekly stream, we have 2 specialty streams coming up. We have Sean's For the Win stream. That's his gaming stream. So that's going to be May 6th at 7 p.m. We have our group stream. That's all we'll say for now. That's going to be Memorial Day weekend. So make some time. It's going to be 5 o'clock, 5 to like maybe 8, 9-ish. So you can still be belligerent after. That's fine. But it's going to be a fun one. I'm excited to announce when we get closer, like what it is that we're going to be doing. But that's going to be great. And then Sean has his stream with Walk-In. What was the date of that again? April 30th.
Yeah, check out for the time. I have a specific time slot, but he's going to be going all day. As we said, it's a fundraiser for Doctors Without Borders. So yeah, that'll be a good thing. I don't know what we're doing yet, but Walk-In's awesome, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, Walk-In's great. So yeah, keep an eye out on our Instagram for that. We'll have flyers for all of those upcoming streams. And then, as always, if you guys had fun tonight, be sure to tune in next week. We stream every Monday, unless we don't, at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come Machoff with us. Thank you all for being here. This has been a fun stream. I had a great time.
Me too.
Now I'm
Appreciate you
hungry.
guys. We will see you guys next week.
So long.
Bye.